So today I wanted to make a video about Tomska.
Thomas Ridgewell, better known by his online alias Tomska, is an internet personality, blogger, vlogger and comedian who became famous by making videos for YouTube. Even if you don't think you've heard of him before, you've definitely heard of at least something he's worked on. asdfmovie, Crash Zoom, Eddsworld, The Hole, he's had a hand in making all of them. But we're not interested in the history today, we're only focusing on one thing: Easter eggs. No, not the chocolate ones that you get at spring, I'm on about virtual Easter eggs. The jokes and references that you might not notice the first time round, but pay close enough attention and you may start seeing them all over the place. Remember Ready Player One? That sort of Easter egg. Now, we're playing with definitions a little bit here because not all Easter eggs are references, and many references aren't exactly hidden, but for our purposes, these are all Easter eggs. Tomska is particularly good at hiding these jokes in his videos, paying homage to his older projects with almost every new video him and his team produce. These secrets have become so expansive that it's common to see the same pop character appearing across multiple videos, and that's what got me thinking, is it possible to connect every single Tomska project to each other? Is there enough cross-referencing to put all 100 plus of these videos into the same shared universe and have it all make sense? Could it even make sense for there to be a crossover of this magnitude? So that's what I did. I looked back through every single one of his videos to find as many Easter eggs as I could, and to see how many videos I could link. Also, let's just remember for a moment that this is all supposed to be fun and shouldn't be taken too seriously. Let's go! A good place to start is with his most popular series, asdfmovie. Though it's hard to say if any of the characters from that show appear elsewhere, because they all look like this. The show itself is referenced in Eddsworld, as well as other projects such as Hosier Cat and Mr. Cat, where asdf has become its own franchise, with posters and toys and an entire asdf theme park which gets invaded during the zombie apocalypse. Now that we've connected Eddsworld, there are a whole bunch of other connections to make. Tom uses his bass, who is called Susan, in Guitar Warfare, and he and Ed appear together in Rock Bottom. Eddsworld merchandising also appears in Tomska sketches, such as the poster on the wall in Beard and on Tom's shirt in The Confession, where he shoots Jenny's brother, Bing. This of course comes up later in musical Suicide, where Tom apologises to who he thinks is Jenny for shooting her brother. Jumping back to Eddsworld, if you wanted to visit the Fun Dead theme park, you might just run into Ben and Lucy shooting their next big film. In the Crash Zoom episode Fingered, you can see Tom and Ed appear in the crowd as Lucy is given the key to the city. And let's just stop right there. There are many other connections between these two shows that put them solidly in the same universe. I've made 2 videos proving this already, but I'm not going to cover all of those here. If we were to list every single connection between every single video, we'd be here all day. And whilst there may be asdf merch on Lucy's shelf, it's not worth talking about here because that connection already exists through Eddsworld. Now that we've got Crash Zoom into the mix, we can cross over a huge number of videos in one clean sweep. In Cover Up, we get a glimpse of the war veteran's 16 motherless children, most of whom are from Tomska videos. These include Lily and Mr. Tibbles from Imaginary Friend, Sam from Sam Kills Christmas, the asdf kid from Fun Dead, the baby from Where's the Baby, Party Girl from Shoot All Your Problems Away, Timmy from Magical Dream Bed, the boy from Memories, Hannah Thorne from Last Week, Baby with a Gun 1 and 2, the baby from Father's Day, and Rick Bowley, the son of Eddie Bowley, in a picture that was done as a donation perk for Crash Zoom Season 2. There are other references to things that aren't Tomska videos in there as well. Here is some that I wasn't able to get the first time round. Thank you to Tomska himself and a few other people on Reddit for helping me out with this one. If we look at Sam Kills Christmas, you'll notice that the gun that Santa uses is identical to the one that he uses in Christmas Demolition. Looking at Fingered, another person in the crowd is Mrs. Johnson, the name of the horse from the appropriately named Horse. Mrs. Johnson can also be seen in other videos, giving their approval in The Fallen, Coming Out, and Bite Me. And here we have an interesting case. One person who appears in a lot of Tomska projects is Crabsticks, also known as Chris. He was in Bite Me, as well as Literal Drinks, and Picture Perfect. This may be stretching it somewhat, but I think that all of these are connected by their style. They all open up with a bouncy jingle and opening credits. Even the dialogue is very similar in its writing and delivery across these particular videos. So I think that it's fair to say that these videos are all connected as their own separate TV show. And as one more connection to Horse, in Picture Perfect, Chris takes a picture of Mrs. Johnson, which can later be seen on the wall in First Contact. And we aren't done yet with Mrs. Johnson. The horse also appears in Meanwhile, a series that ends with a space octopus that also appears in The Hole, and from that titular hole spawned the orb from The Orb. Meanwhile also has this line,
"Wanna practice kissing?" Yeah!
Which later appears in the background of the video Time Travel.
Okay, you know what? Forget this.
Where Tom is using the time travel device he previously used in Pizza Time. And for all the videos that we didn't connect, let me introduce you to Tomee Bear, the teddy bear that has appeared in almost every single Tomska project, including Eddsworld, Crash Zoom, Baby with a Gun, Coming Out Cake, Christmas Demolition, Delayed Reaction, Fireman First Aid, Guitar Warfare, Horse, La Alien, Literal Drinks, Meanwhile My First Time, New Kid, Party Surprise, Picture Perfect, Pizza Time, Rejects, Sniper Pug, Stripper Cop, Stupid Soldiers, Takeout Robbery, The Confession, The Fallen, The Orb, The Wish, Tomska vs Oreo, Epic Girlfriend Pranks, Where's the Baby, and Valentine's Lies.
So what?
So what that Wizzo the Wizard appears in Magic Spoon, or that Drunk Science appears in asdfmovie, or that the pizzeria from Takeout Robberies in Crash Zoom. These are all just Easter eggs. I'm sure that a lot of these were just ways to save time in character design, or were just the only prop lying around.
I mean, it's not like it even makes sense, you know? There's no way any of this could be happening in the same universe, let alone in the same world. In one universe, Eddsworld is real life, and in another, it's just merchandise. In one universe, Tomska is a police officer, and meanwhile, in another universe, he's working at a pizzeria. Meanwhile, in a parallel universe.
Meanwhile, in a parallel universe where everything is animated. So,
That's right, intentionally or no, there is a way to connect all of these seemingly independent videos, animated or not, zombie apocalypse or alien invasion. All of these videos take place across multiple different universes. It makes sense that an interdimensional horse person would be wandering alternate dimensions on a cheerful killing spree. Why wouldn't the same person have the same stuffed animal across different but mostly identical realities? Some videos are direct sequels, others are complete reimaginings of the same character. Any way you slice it, the multi-universe theory helps explain why these videos are so connected, and the Meanwhile series is the one that connects them all.
But let's be real for a second. Do I think that there is a Tomska expanded universe connected by kitchen appliances and interdimensional horse people? No. There was never a plan for some huge Tomska Cinematic Universe or a Tomska Smash Brothers. But to be honest with you, I think I just had a lot of fun making this video. Watching all of these sketches back to back really helps you appreciate the consistently high quality that you can find on YouTube. Hell, Tomska started off in his bedroom with a camera and a microphone, and now he's got his own business, his own film company. And we live in a world where it's possible for anyone to do this. Anyone can start off making YouTube videos and become famous, and they can still interact with their audience. They can retweet something funny you said on Twitter, or help you with some dumb question on Reddit. And they can still add their own personality. Like adding a small stuffed teddy bear in the background of every video. Not because they have to, but because they can.